Star Wars Battlefront 2 was unveiled last week with a leaked trailer and then a slightly meatier trailer. We got some pretty sweet details about the game as well. But one question still hangs high in the air. Just what the chuff is going on with the season pass with this game, and why should we all give a shit?
When Battlefront 2 got its official reveal last weekend, one little slice of info left many of us feeling pretty relieved. One of the game's developers from EA DICE had told Mashable that Battlefront 2 will not have a season pass. Game dev Bernd Dierner told the website outright, "We don't have a season pass." When we looked at the way Battlefront had evolved over its lifetime, with the DLC and everything, we decided, you know what, for this type of game, season passes are not the best thing. We don't want to segment our community. The community is falling apart because there are simply not many people playing the different modes, Dierner said. These comments were welcome news to many Battlefront fans after 2015's Star Wars Battlefront, which many saw as a bare bones foundation that needed adding to via the hugely overpriced season pass. Problem is, no sooner had Mashable spoken to that developer than EA were furiously typing up a slightly contradictory statement.
While we're not ready to confirm any live service plans just yet, what we can say is this: we heard the feedback from our Battlefront community loud and clear. We know they want more depth, more progression and more content. So we're focused on delivering that in every dimension of Star Wars Battlefront 2. We'll have more to share about our plans soon. So what the hell is going on with Battlefront 2's Season Pass? Is it going to be one or not? Well, what this walkback from EA tells us is that you can bet your ass there will be some expensive premium DLC in some form or another. Whether that's a map pack, modes, or even heroes that can only be bought. Oh god, that's it, isn't it? They're going to sell us fucking heroes.
Yeah, so that's certainly my take on this anyway. I feel like they're definitely going to be selling us DLC of some variety. It'd be insane if they didn't. Anyone who's played any kind of spent any length of time with Star Wars Battlefront will tell you, oh yeah, but they added a lot of stuff with the season pass, which is true. Okay, they added a lot of cool game modes, a lot of new maps and everything, and they've answered a lot of questions that people had, like where are space battles? Well, they gave you space battles in the DLC afterwards. The problem with that is that only some people buy the map packs. Not everyone buys the season pass. Some people will just play the vanilla version.
Isn't it weird that these days you buy a full game at a full price, and 1 year later, and one game price later, it's a whole different game with all these different things. So if I said to Mike, have you played Battlefront? And he says, oh, what about those space battles? And I say,
what space battles?
Yeah, what do you mean? I've been playing that game for 6 months and I don't know what you're on about. And he's like, oh, well, actually in the fourth quarter DLC, they added space battle. What the f*** are you doing, EA? So hopefully we get more of a tight one package, one game, one price, one love, one life.
One vision.
One vision.
So what's happened here is that this developer has said, we are aware as developers with game modes and maps, season passes like that, they break up the community, they split up the player base. It's overall not a great thing. That's what this guy's saying. DICE recognise that fact. EA then come in, like they can barge in and they're like, whoa, hang on a second. We're not saying exactly if there's not going to be a season pass, or maybe there will be a season pass. All we're doing is focusing on making a great game at this point. So whatever EA's statement is kind of ruling nothing out. We're not sure yet if there is going to be a season pass or not. This guy's comments, as you know, kind of a relief as they were, you can't take them for granted yet. There is an obvious conflict at play in all this. The developer doesn't want to break apart the community, and that's kind of what Season Pass, based on new maps and game modes, actually does. Some players buy the DLC, some players don't. So immediately you're thinning out your community over a wider spread of maps and modes. But then EA, the publisher, they need to make money. They need to make a crap ton of money, in fact. Not because they are a greedy corporation. Well, yeah, I mean, they are a greedy corporation, but that's not the only thing going on with Battlefront's pricing. Battlefront is a bloody expensive game to make. It looks and sounds incredible, a fact which doesn't come cheap. But then there's the cost of actually licensing the Star Wars property, which, by the way, costs a load of money.
One last thing to know is this final mysterious comment from Bernd Dierner. I cannot talk about the specifics of this, but we have something different in mind that will allow you to play longer, be more invested in the game without having a fragmented community. Whatever this could be, it at least sounds like an attempt at a creative solution to the problem of monetizing a multiplayer shooter post-release without breaking up the player base. The play longer, be more invested comment is particularly intriguing, suggesting maybe some kind of meta game or persistent game world, maybe one that throws back to the awesome galactic conquest from the old Battlefront 2. Whatever it is, we just hope EA's pricing for the DLC is a whole lot fairer this time around, and that the base game itself feels like a more complete package that doesn't actually need DLC to feel finished.
So what do you make of this, guys? Comments, do you actually want to see a season pass in the game? Do you like a good map pack? Let us know down in the comments. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. There's some more content for you right here, and a link to Patreon if you want to support the channel. We'll see you next time.